speak about it, let's speak. We're going to spread this encouragement from the church to the street. The Lekeisha Mosley Show. The Lekeisha Mosley Show. The Lekeisha Mosley Show. And they talk about nothing but the unseen and unspoken issues while providing encouragement and love and understanding. She talks about issues that people in high places and influences are afraid to discuss publicly. Stay tuned. It's about to get real live. And you're tuned in to the Lekeisha Mosley Show.
Greetings, everyone. This is Lekeisha Mosley. Happy Monday to you. I am so excited about today's episode on the Lekeisha Mosley Show. We're going to have an awesome weekly reflections. Listen, I'm excited about it. Weekly reflections is what's called What Happened to You This Week? And what did you want to change? And what do you want to keep? And also, what do you aspire to understand? Listen, we all have a week, but what happened to you within the week? Listen, is it positive? Is it negative? Whatever it is, you can take it down, jot it down on paper, and you can begin to understand it, because that is always God's goal for us to understand everything. So listen, I'm excited about tonight's episode because we're going to have an amazing conversation. So we're going to talk about strong collaborations, and it's called Choose Wisely. Strong collaborations and choose wisely. So many of you may think I'm talking about something recent, but actually I'm talking about something a few years ago that Holy Spirit has been dealing with me with, as far as what collaboration is and what connections and partnerships really is, because, God has been dealing with me on choosing wisely. I'm like, choosing wisely, Lord, what does that mean? How can I choose wisely? Wow, that sounds really huge. Do I need to write it down? Do I need to make it plain? I have to joke with the Holy Spirit, because Holy Spirit is really fun. But at the same time, I just have to be alert, and honestly be honest with myself and understanding what God is trying to get me to understand. That what I've understood is that the Holy Spirit is truly easy and with flow, ease and flow. Holy Spirit is not at haste, not making it real fast for you where you don't understand what he's trying to say. But Holy Spirit always tells you what he needs to tell you with some time. I'm going to say it again. Holy Spirit is always telling you something with some time. And this time is different than the regular time that we're used to. This time is talking about a process. Let's see, talking about a process. Do everyone understand that? Process is different. Process is encouraging. But honestly, it can be something that is misunderstood, because you really need to understand what process means. Lord, do I need to figure out this process? Do I need to know what it is? The Holy Spirit is always telling you this, wait a minute, just be easy. Understand, you're going to understand what I mean with time to evaluate, time to contemplate, time to figure it out, and also time, that you're going to see what to give away and what to keep. So I'm so excited about the Holy Spirit, because this process will never end. I'm going to say it again. This process will never end, because God is always telling you about, the process of choosing anything wisely, choosing something delicate like a team, something delicate like a collaboration process. This is huge, because whoever is connected with you, is really joined to you. I'm talking about marriage. I'm talking about friendships. I'm talking about business. I'm talking about, connections when it comes to family. Listen, God's telling you, choose wisely, because, that process does make or break you. I'm going to say it again. That process does make or break you. When you choose too quick, sometimes you can choose wrong. I'm going to say it again. When you choose too quick, sometimes you can choose wrong. That is something. You're encouraged by that, when you understand it. Listen, if you had a hiccup or two in life, I truly understand it. And I'm all about being transparent on my show. Listen, I'm not in my first marriage. I'm going to say it again. I'm not in my first marriage. This is my second marriage with my amazing husband, and not only am I married, I brought two amazing young men with me on this marriage, in this platform that I'm calling life, right? So I would say, I had to learn some things. I had to understand some things about myself. I had to understand to not choose too swiftly when it comes to marriage because, I'm bringing my kids in that process. They do not have honestly, an alibi to lean on because, honestly, they had to trust every choice that I made. I'm going to say that again. They had to trust every choice that I will make within their life, from that short period of time because I'm choosing to marry again. Listen, that is a cooperation. That is something, a collaboration that I'm, been entrusted, in. And I had to understand to not choose wisely. To choose wisely. I had to understand that choice meant something. It wasn't just for me. It was for my children. It was for whoever was connected with me, when in that choice. So I had to understand I wasn't the only one that was going to have to be involved in that choice. That's truly, 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 truly dynamic. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're understanding my wisdom right now. If you are deciding to make that choice called marriage, make that choice called partnership, whatever it is, if you're choosing to collaborate with someone, it truly is something to be wise about. I'm going to say it again. It's something to be wise about choosing because honestly, when you're not by yourself, you're not the only one a part of that decision. Everyone else is truly, truly, a part of it, a part of the whole process, a part of everything. Honestly, that person or persons, that is connected with you is a part of that process. We're talking about another family. We're talking about other siblings, other influencers. It's truly, truly huge. I take it seriously, and I'm telling you, it's so funny. We were having a conversation earlier today. What do you choose? Do you choose, this process of marriage, or do you choose this process of marriage? And it's funny. I'm going to go into the process. We were choosing if we should marry for love or we should marry for the religion that we currently have. That's pretty different, right? Honestly, for me, that would be like a huge choice. I would have to say, no, I would have to choose for love. Choose for love, not just religion, because it's truly important for me to be able to love the person I'm going to be connected with. I can't just like them. I have to love them too at the same time. It's a two-way conversation. So because of that, I can't just choose for how I grew up with just that understanding. I had to understand, listen, if I don't love this person, if I don't really like them all together, why are we connected together? Let me say that again. If I don't love this person or like this person all together, why are we connected? Isn't that interesting? A lot of times when it comes to marriages, we began to marry off of the perception of what we grew up with. My mother believes this, my daddy believes this, my friends believe this. Wow, this looks like it's really good. And, I believe God hears me. Yeah, this must be right. Okay, let's go ahead and get married. I needed more information. For me, it's different because I couldn't just be connected with anybody without that person understanding that, I have some non-negotiables here. listen, I'm going to say it again. I have some non-negotiables here because I did this before. So I'm not in a hurry to make this decision again to connect with someone without us talking about, listen, do you understand that I'm coming together with two children? Do you believe in our values? Do you believe in just being unified together without anyone else connected? Do you believe in, my faith? Do you believe in that? Do you believe in us communing together and us being understanding when we do evolve within our way of life? Do you understand that God is still working with us? So he's not done. So if you're still ready to just do things without, all the information, I don't know if we should be together because I have a package, a pretty nice, huge package here. So if you're not choosing to be joined with my package, maybe we should hold off on this. This may not be a good collaboration together. I've had some others that definitely wanted to connect with me when I began to date again after my divorce. And I thought they might be ready, but they began to tell me, listen, you come with a huge package. I don't know if I'm ready for this. This is huge. Wow. I don't think I want to connect with you on this connection. You're coming together with something that's way bigger than what I'm beginning to understand that's right for me. And, honestly, isn't that great? Like, honestly, that's not a bad thing. A lot of the times, most people say, wow, Keisha, why would you not give them a chance? What? Why would I not give them a chance? I don't have time for that. Honestly, you have to come to me correctly the way I need you to come with me to connect, to have a strong collaboration. Honestly, I'm coming together with a different type of package because remember, I'm bringing somebody else, or two people come together on this package. So I don't know if you're not ready for this. This is okay for us to have a second date. It's really not, it's a waste of time, honestly. It's a waste of time for me. So isn't that something? When I have those type of conversations, I understand why you didn't call me back. I'm laughing because it wasn't funny when it happened, of course, honestly. It was like, man, they didn't understand what I was saying. And I think about it now and I'm like, wow, no, they understood not to play games with you because you come with a healthy package. It's truly, truly huge. When you come together with a plan already in process, listen, you come together with non-negotiables that most people aren't willing to shred through. They're not willing to come up and try to change, right? That's great. If they're not coming to change anything, that's a good thing. Listen, who's next? Listen, ladies, gentlemen, are you willing to say who's next? Because honestly, if you don't have time for games, that's a good thing. Some people are literally in a place where they're willing to just play and just play the field. If they're willing to do that, hey, have a good time. It's cool. But right now, if I'm going to do this again, you have to be serious. I promise you I'm going to make this a good decision for you. If you are willing to come up to the plate, definitely. But at the same time, if you're not ready to really take the package that I have to put together for a person, well, it's a waste of time for me, honestly. So I'm so thankful that I did have a process in place. I had to write it down, make it plain. I had to write down what I wanted for marriage if I decided to marry again. So I love how I did write it down. I did not realize that I would keep writing and making it real clear in my package that that's what I decided to do. Holy Spirit continues to let me, in on some things that I might be leaving off the table. Listen, you want somebody that understands that you love to sing. Yeah, you want somebody that understands you love to write. Yeah, you want somebody that understands you're a little bit of a nerd, that you like to read and write, and you like to understand with clarity on things that you may not be involved in right now. Absolutely. That's amazing. And listen, I even put on my list, and I believe I told this to people before. Listen, I had a height requirement, honestly, and it was like not being vague with my requirement, but listen, I wanted you at least be taller than me. That was huge for me as a kid. I remember being the tallest person in the classroom, and that was not fun. When you're the tallest person, you're put to the back, and everybody else to the front. And everybody don't understand that unless you're short. They don't understand when you're tall and everybody is really, not as tall as you are. But when I began to connect with others who understood what I was going through, listen, hey, then you realize you're not by yourself. My goodness, other people are having this tall thing issue. Sometimes that is huge. That is huge stipulation when you have been ridiculed all your life for your height. That's what it is. You find out others, we're going through the same thing. You realize you're not by yourself. You're not by yourself when it comes to those type of connections. You realize that other people have those same requirements too. When it comes to that, it's okay because it's just something that you personally believe in. At the same time, if you believe that that's a non-negotiable for you, it's non-negotiable, where you want, things to be a certain way, that is yours. That is your proof. That is your results at the end of the day. Listen, I know how to serve a Holy Spirit that truly listens to prayer. And honestly, that was something that was on my list. And when I think about my husband, he is extremely taller than me. And I truly love that. He's everything that I wanted. I mean, God, this man sings. He sings to our youngest son, and he puts him to sleep with his amazing voice, and he's very articulate, and he's someone that loves to listen to hymns and listen to things like that soothes him. He doesn't need much. He's not a talker. Most people, when they get to know my husband, they realize he's not the man that will just talk for hours and hours and hours. He's not like that. He does have a conversation, but he keeps it real short and he keeps it going because he's just not the talker type. I'm the one that talks. I'm the one that is the one that will have a conversation with you. But at the same time, he is very, very introvert. He is very introvert. Now, I was told that I'm not a true full force introvert. I'm an ambivert. Guys gotta look that up. Ambivert. As someone that's an introvert and someone that's an extrovert too, put all that together and then you get ambivert. Then you get me, right? I'm right in the middle. I'm someone that doesn't like a lot of noise. I don't like a lot of conversations. But at the same time, I can have a conversation, but definitely I do get tired. And I will have to shut down. I will like to have that time to shut down. You just have to know yourself. You have to write things down that you want and make sure you write it down so people can understand truly where you're coming from. Listen, I love that. So I did begin to understand that in my life. So I definitely have some non-negotiables that I will not give up on. I will not give up on my learning. I will not give up on my connections. I will not give up on wise counsel. I will not give up on elevating. I will always continue to learn. I will always continue to move forward in my gifts and talents and my my confessions. Definitely, I have to continue with my confessions. So for me, that means a lot. Listen, my confessions means a lot. It means a lot for me to get up very early in the day and have my time with the Holy Spirit and begin to have a conversation. he is my first conversation throughout the day. I love how others begin to do that same process. Honestly, I need to have clarity with the Lord. I need to understand, okay, what do I need to do today? What do you see in my space today? I need to get to a quiet space. I need to get to a space where I can meditate, really quiet, and really just listen to those sweet, sweet, sweet messages from the Holy Spirit. I truly, truly get clarity with that. So honestly, everyone else can't be in a conversation in a party with me. I'm going to say that again. Everybody else can be in a party with me. You know, I have my amazing husband. I have my amazing 7-year-old. He is always jumping in our bed, y'all. I'm going to be honest with you. It's like, wait a minute, son, you got your own room. Why are you in our bed? And it's so funny. We always ask him, like, how do you end up in our bed? What is really going on? But you know what? I think he will grow out of it when some time passed, you know. But at the same time, he truly, truly loves his parents. He truly loves being around us right now. And I promise you, when time goes by, probably in another couple of years, we will have to beg him to say, hey, son, what are you doing? Don't you want to hang out with us? And he's going to look at us like we're so over it, Mom. No, just like my older brothers, I'm over it too. Isn't that funny? I'm just loving this time with our son. You know, our other sons are definitely, they're 8 years, 10 years difference, right? So they're not thinking about that. It's like literally you see them for a few minutes, definitely for food, and after that they're gone. And it's like, wow, they are already gone. They're already gone. And so the youngest, I got a little time left while he's doing what he needs to do when it comes to this walk called life, right? So it's okay. I'm definitely encouraged and definitely observant of him right now, because I know this time is going to be short where he's going to be doing other things. He's going to be connected in other ways, you know, when it comes to us. So it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Just like the two older ones, they are taking those things that we have taught them and they're moving forward. And definitely they have their own walk in life. Well, I will say this. I'm so happy because my oldest is 18 years old, y'all. Oh my God, he's 18 years old. So that's what happened to me this week. He is 18 years old. So he's definitely changing this new outlook on life, because he's definitely encouraged to do the next step. So it's funny, he is looking at the recruiter for the military. I think that is really amazing. Of course, you already know that means a lot to me. He's looking into the Army. He's looking into that platform as far as either National Guard or the Reserves. So he is going to be talking to the recruiter when it comes to both of those platforms, and he's going to be pretty much given the same thing that I tell every recruit, you know, have a plan, have a purpose, understand what you really want to do, and understand the MEPS isn't scary. The MEPS is not going to come at you. Yes, you're going to need to, mind you, get a medical, and you're going to need to have a platform as far as choosing your job when you get there, and then you're going to have your choice to join, like I said, the Reserves or National Guard or active duty. But my son is really, really focused on National Guard. So I'm excited about that. Keep my son in prayer, y'all. Keep him in prayer because he's making that choice definitely this week. And I'm so excited about that. Isn't that amazing? Oh, my God. My son, he is 18 years old. This is something for us. This is our oldest. He is already having a plan. He is changing his way in life to definitely making adult decisions when it comes to his platforms. And that is encouraging. My gosh, this is different for us. So I haven't dealt with this before. So if anybody else has dealt with this, definitely send a prayer out to your sister here and make sure you encourage me and encourage your fam who is going through the same thing. If they're 18 years old, if they're a senior in high school, definitely make sure you pray for them to make wise decisions and make wise choices, because, when they begin to receive, the different platforms in life, that is huge. Their choices mean a lot, right? So it means a lot what they're going to do, and the people that are connected with them and the people that are going to be joined to them means a lot. So, when you let go of the reins and when you let go of those decisions, that means a lot. So they're going to trust you, to understand that their path is meaningful. It's truly meaningful as long as you have trained them up right. Listen, train up a child as they will go, so they will not depart from it. Listen, I believe that. I truly believe that. You can't start right now. You have to begin to understand that your choices and how you've been training them, they're going to migrate to that path always. And they're always going to trust that path, So as long as you're doing something positive in that path, just trust the Holy Spirit to give them all the nuggets they need to get in order for them to be equipped, with life. Because honestly, it started very, very early, right? It started very early. Honestly, just continue to mentor your children, continue to mentor your family. Sometimes people are connected to you and being a mentor to you, even when they're well within their age, they can be, older, and they can receive nuggets, of wisdom, and they can definitely begin to adopt within life these new choices, right? And they can begin to understand that everything that you're training them is something of value. Long as they're nuggets and they're gems, sometimes it's just it could be a post, a message. It could be some type of inspirational message, that they receive clarity on in that day. And they're going to say, wow, that meant a lot. That truly solved my my problems on whatever you sent us. That was amazing value. Listen, take that and understand that is growth. Whatever it is, that is growth for you to take, and begin to understand. Listen, if it reached one person, I'm going to say that again. If it reached one person, that is of value. It's not about the magnitude, the big, huge accolades from thousands of people. It's about if one person received wisdom. Listen, you did your job. God is truly pleased with that. God truly is pleased with that. So I'm excited about that. Somebody received some clarity on that. Definitely. And I hope to God that God is showing you new ways, new areas of growth and wisdom within your path, moving ahead for sure. So we're going to go ahead and keep going, because I know we are coming down on our time on this episode. Definitely. My goodness, I look at the time and it is winding down way too fast, y'all. Way too fast. My episode. Definitely, I want you to receive continual value. Definitely make sure you get on Spreaker Radio and Positive Power XXI to look up other episodes that is going to inspire you in your path moving ahead. So listen, I want to keep it going. God is so good. God began to tell me some areas that I do want to change within my life. I want to make sure I always do not limit myself. Don't limit myself in understanding what God can do. Don't limit myself to understand that your reach is truly global. I'm going to say that again. Your reach is truly global. Don't limit yourself in thinking that your reach is only local. only connections that are local. Listen, there are people all over the world that can reach something that you have that can inspire them and that can change their life. Listen, don't limit yourself. Understand that your efforts are not small. They're truly, truly not small. And they're truly, truly a value of somebody across the world. Somebody is listening to your teachings and trainings that are totally inspiring. As long as you don't limit yourself and understand that you will have clients and participations and connections with people all over that you have not met yet. I'm going to say that again, that you have not met yet. Listen, just know that God has it all under control. He has the people that you're going to be connected with and that you're going to understand, definitely moving in your path that's going to receive so much knowledge and wisdom and understanding from you. So understand, just don't limit God. Don't limit God. Truly, truly, don't limit him. Your gems of success is truly, truly a positive, and truly God is, look, he's waiting to unleash so much more than you can see. So much more that you can see, that you can be inspired to understand that your story, listen, is going to shed so much truth to somebody's story. Listen, one thing that I have learned this week as well, that somebody is receiving wisdom and knowledge from me, from my life. Listen, I'm not the only one that's been divorced before. I'm not the only one that definitely received tragedy in my life. I'm not the only one that was a disabled veteran. I'm not the only one. There's other people that have received tragic success within their life, but they weren't done. Listen, this is what I have learned. I've learned that what used to be a tragedy is a success story for somebody else. Isn't it amazing? What used to be a tragedy was a success story to somebody else. So understand, your story means something. Like I said this before. When I think about Ray Charles, and when I think about, just his story alone, Ray Charles was supposed to be limited success. We're supposed to be limited with his without having vision. Vision was taken away from him very early. But at the same time, look at him. Look at how his life was. He has Grammys. He has collaborations. He has partnerships. He had marriage. He had success. He had legacy that he can take, when he was alive. But now that he is passed away, now he has a success of legacy that he will always have. I don't think anybody remembers now that he was actually what, quote unquote, crippled, where he was limited, where his eyes were not able to see. Listen, that is real, right? That is huge. That is something that I realized, listen, that we all are a perception away. We are all a perception away. And honestly, you are not by yourself. You're not the only one. You are not limited. It's all about your viewpoint. It's all about how you seeing things. So if that's the case, listen, if somebody got a nugget out of that message right there, listen, I know I'm sleeping pretty. I'm sleeping calm and ease tonight, just with that mindset of mental mindset change. It's so amazing to understand just how good you really are. You are wealthy. You are knowledgeable. You are amazing and transparent. Everything works out for you. Everything is working good for you. Everything is complete for you. Listen, I am inspiring all of you to understand just how good you really are. Just how God is really working within your path. Understand to not limit the resources and knowledge and understand that you're supposed to have. I want to inspire you to understand always to be equipped to receive more. always to be equipped to receive more. Like there's so much that you're going to have, and there's so much wisdom that you're going to have in this path. Listen, you're limitless. Listen, there is no limit for you. There is no limit for you. You're supposed to have abundance. You're supposed to have joy and success. Listen, and with these weekly reflections, I want you to understand just how powerful you can take this. You can say, hey, this was good, this was bad, this was ugly, but what is it now? I don't care what it looks like. Everything works out for me. Everything is working good for me. So I'm inspired about the weekly reflections this week, you guys. And it's not enough time to really reflect on everything. But listen, I'm excited. Today is a good day. Last week was a great week. It's always something working out. It's always achievements happening. And listen, I'm excited because I know my father is, a man of great, great wisdom and encouragement. He always instructed me to do something great with my life. Take those tools and those resources that was given, and began to understand that I can have and do and receive anything. My dad was just that man. He always made sure that I had enough. He always wanted to give me bigger than what he had. And that was so amazing for me. And I love my mom, and she did the same thing. And I'm thankful for them. Listen, they weren't perfect, not at all. They weren't perfect. They were not perfect when it came to how you reared anyone, but they were honest about it. It's so funny because when years later happened with my parents, definitely with my father began to understand, listen, there were some things that I did not enjoy about what happened in your life, but I am so sorry that, these things happen and these things happen. This is when I have to say, I'm like, hey, Dad, I love you. Mom, I love you. It's okay. You gave me what you had. You gave me what you had. And I know with more information and more tools and clarity on what you gave me, listen, you gave me what you could. I'm going to say that again. You gave me what you could. And because of that, I can reflect on their life and understand, listen, I'm equipped. I'm thankful. You gave me what you could. You put me in the best schools. You put me in the best environments. You gave me the best life that you were able to give me. And I love you for it. I love you for it. And I'm so thankful. I hope everybody else receives some value out of that message in this week's podcast. Definitely, I know I did. I love talking about strong collaborations and choosing wisely. Listen, we're going to talk about that again, definitely, because we are not done with that, because it's truly important for us to connect with the right people. It's truly important for us to have success with the right tribe. Listen, God truly wants us to be connected with the right people. Depending on who you are in business, you need to understand you need to be connected with the right people. You need to understand, the right tribe. Mentors are connected with you. Holy Spirit gives you the right people, the right tools for the people for you to understand and connect with. God is so awesome with that. God is always going to give you an example. God is always going to give you something good, bad, or ugly, right? You could take all those resources and learn those gems, understand those gems are for you. The success gems are for you to understand. And I love it. God is so good. God is truly good, y'all. And I have to end this podcast episode, but at the same time, I want you to be inspired to understand. Don't give up on your journey. Don't give up on your clarity and wisdom and understanding and what God has for you. Listen, I want us to reflect on Ecclesiastes 4:9, and that is two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. That is big, right? Understanding that truly, truly is possible for you. I have to end this podcast episode because, we have only a few little time for us to reflect But I want you to stay connected with me. Definitely come on my website, LekeishaMosley.com. Definitely make sure you come see me. Come see me each week at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And definitely make sure you connect with me on pray.com, and Amazon Music, Spotify, iTunes, and iHeart Music Media. And definitely on Roku, you guys, your girls on Roku and Praise TV. Make sure you connect with me there. Definitely on my website. Make sure you connect with my blogs. Make sure you connect with me and on my resources that I have and merch. And definitely make sure you connect with me, definitely by inboxing me. If you want a consultation with me when it comes to business collaborations, and definitely I want to make sure that you're good when it comes to media shout outs. I definitely want to make sure you killed there. And if you have an investment, an investment with your business, definitely I want to collaborate with that. And I want to make sure mention that. Definitely it is a $25 investment to connect with me when it comes to sending the shout out for your business merchandise. I definitely want to value you there. Definitely go to my I believe it's my inbox. Yes, it is my inbox. Check out on LekeishaMosley.com. Make sure you connect with me there. And definitely, if you have any questions, make sure you check with me on my email, Lekeisha.mosley@gmail.com, for more details there. And definitely, I want to connect with you and everything that you're doing moving forward. I love you, love you, love you so much. I want you to be blessed this evening. I want you to be inspired in everything that you're doing, and make sure you stay connected. Listen, I'm so excited, but we are almost up. We're almost done with this podcast. Listen, this is a triple podcast, y'all. Make sure you connect with Jerry Worth Live, World Live, and that is Kimmy Kim. I believe she is connected as well. Shay Sams and Paula G. And we're going to have an amazing, amazing episode there. We're going to have an amazing special guest and amazing connections when it comes to that last episode on this podcast evening. And I love you so much. Everyone across the globe, listen, connections. Make sure you chime in with me. If you're across the globe, I don't know what time it is. It's daylight. Is night, whatever it is, know that I love you so much. Be inspired, encouraged, and understand. Remember, in all you do, lead with confidence, wisdom, and understanding. Love always. This is Lekeisha. We're going to sign out on this podcast episode right now. Love you. Talk to you soon.
You want to talk about it? Let's talk. You want to speak about it? Let's speak. We're going to spread this encouragement from the church to the street. The Lekeisha Mosley Show. The Lekeisha Mosley